Hey guys, I want to talk about the two main commercial real estate designations, SIOR and CCIM. I'll go into the designations in more detail, but from my own experience having both, I think you could summarize the designations quickly as following. CCIM is about the education, SIOR is about the network. In this video, I'll jump into the process, the cost, the benefits, my own experience with these designations, and then I'll also summarize whether it's worth the cost or not. Hi, I'm Chad. I just registered for the SIOR Fall Conference, which will be a virtual conference this year, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to discuss commercial real estate designations. Let's start with CCIM. The CCIM program is based around in-depth financial and market analysis. There's a series of courses that you have to take, plus you have to meet a minimum eligibility threshold for experience, and then you have to pass a final exam. The courses are fantastic. In fact, I'd say they're world-class. I've taken a number of courses over the years, and I would put CCIM education at the top of that list. In fact, if you were even to take a single course, I'd feel confident recommending that you'll come out a better broker even after just taking one course. If you can pursue the designation, I think that's even better. From my own experience, I got it when I was new into the business. I wanted to increase the knowledge that I had, and I also wanted to signify to the market that I had some credibility behind me. And I think it accomplished that. I think being a young broker, having a designation signifies that you had commitment, that you had dedication, that you wanted to learn more about the business. And I definitely felt early into my career that having that designation was a key part of my early success. So if you are a young broker or a new broker, I would certainly recommend pursuing your CCIM designation. The Institute says it costs between $7,800 and $9,500 in cost to get that designation. If you travel for some of the courses, they'll obviously add more to the cost, which I'd recommend as well. There is the option to take courses online, but I would recommend, if you can, to take them in class. There's people that I took courses with 12, 13 years ago that I still actually talk to. So I think being in class is half the fun. Getting to meet other professionals is great as well. So if you have the opportunity, I would say at least take one course just to see what it's about, and take it in class if you can. One other thing to keep in mind is that even after you get the designation, you still have a yearly cost for membership. Right now that cost is about $500 per year. But keep in mind that if you don't maintain your membership, you can't actually use that designation. So it's intensive to get. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of money. And then once you get it, you also have a $500 a year cost so that you can actually keep using that membership. I would estimate that it would take between 1 to 3 years to complete the designation. You could do it quicker, or you could take longer depending on what pace you want to go. But just keep in mind the cost, whether you want to travel, there's additional costs there as well. And then you've got a yearly cost on it as well. So let's transition to the SIOR designation. The vetting process of getting the SIOR designation is much more onerous, but the education is also a lot less. If my memory serves correctly, it was roughly a 3-day course for education that we had to take, but the process of getting it was a lot more difficult. One reason why is that the threshold requirements that you need to meet for production are a lot higher. It varies from market to market, but generally speaking, most brokers will have to do between $300,000 and $400,000 in gross commissions for 3 out of the last 4 years in order to qualify. So it's a lot more difficult to get into, but the education process is also a lot less. And just like the CCIM designation, there's also a yearly cost for the SIOR designation. And as of right now, 2020, that cost is about $1,350 US per year. So a lot less expensive to get, but it's a lot more every year to maintain that designation as well. So here's what I would recommend. If you're a new or a younger broker, I would highly recommend pursuing your CCIM designation. As I mentioned, the education is world-class. You will definitely come away a smarter, better broker after taking that curriculum. But I think that there's also a trailing off effect for the CCIM designation. And myself personally, I've toyed with the idea of letting that membership lapse for the last couple of years. I'm still an active dues paying member, but at some point I'll likely let that membership go. Whereas the SIOR designation, I still feel like I'm getting a lot of value from it by being associated with these high top producing agents all over the world. The conferences are world class, and I think being tied into that network of other top producing agents is benefiting me now and for the foreseeable future. So I think the CCIM is more geared towards newer or younger brokers, whereas the SIR one is one to aspire to after you get a certain amount of experience and meet that production thresholds. Now, some people might disagree with me. They might say that the CCIM designation is good to get at any time, and there certainly are some excellent brokers that are in CCIM, but just anecdotally, I've felt that I've got less value from CCIM designation than I'm getting from the SIOR one. And that's why I was willing to pay money to register for the virtual conference. I think that the quality of the events that they're putting on, the quality of the people that are going is just at a level that I really aspire myself to be part of. So I'm glad that I've had both. They've both served different functions at different points in my life, but it's been a great experience nonetheless. And I love to talk about commercial real estate. So if you ever want to hear more about my experience or my recommendations or any advice I could possibly give you on getting either of those designations, please reach out to me. I'd love to chat. I'll give my open book, transparent thoughts on the process to you if you're interested in talking more about it. And I thank you for watching this video. I'm having fun making these so far. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm gonna keep talking about commercial real estate as long as someone out there is listening. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.